Welcome back to episode 15 of Stirring the Pot. We have a little bit of a, I guess you could say, staff mix-up a little here. We've got three of our main five people. It's me, RJ, and Andrew, but we have two special guests here for you guys today. We've got Nico, who I believe was featured on an episode before at one point.
Oh yeah, I was on there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you were on it before, so you know the drill. But
Yep.
We've got another special guest for you guys today. We've got our friend John Doucette, a.k.a. Depressed Jets fan. How we doing, John?
Well, Jim, I don't know, Jim. One of my ex-players had an amazing amazing day on Sunday, and not for me though.
Yeah, it's looking rough out there. But as we get to the end, finally, of the NFL season, it felt like at the end it just kept dragging on because, like we said before, all of our teams were all eliminated. John didn't even have a chance to see his team in the playoffs. Neither did I.
4 snaps into the season.
Yep. Neither did I, to be fair, but we were a lot closer than you guys. I'm talking about the Jets.
Oh, I was about to say, hold up.
No. Oh, we have 3 Browns fans here today.
Dang.
Wow.
I like this.
Dub.
Dang.
Joe
There's a
Flacco's
lot
my
of
king.
losing in this room right
Yeah,
now.
there.
You're the last one to
there's
say
there's
something,
a lot.
buddy.
Yeah. We won a lot more than you guys this year. All of us did. Ohio represent.
Yeah, let's go.
The Ohio gang versus whatever that is.
I
over
gotta-
there.
I gotta check
Well,
it.
I mean, Cincinnati's basically Kentucky anyway.
Okay, stop. All right, let's get on to the rest of the show. All right, so we had the Super Bowl last weekend, and I'm not gonna lie, I came into this game with really low expectations, but it was a really good game. As much as we hated both of the teams that were in it, like it sucks seeing the exact same teams in it pretty much every year. But you guys have to admit that was a great game.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. That first quarter to me was actually very, very intriguing because what I noticed at the start is that San Francisco's offense, and I think everybody here can agree to this, they were starting off hot. They were going down the field quick on a Kansas City defense that shut down, and I mean absolutely shut down Baltimore in that second half of their last game in that AFC Conference Championship game. So I thought that was pretty interesting to note. I don't know. This game was a lot back and forth. It was like kept you on the edge of your seat almost, like a soccer match. Almost,
Yeah.
something you would
That
know about.
That is something I'm very familiar with. I'm a
Oh,
very
yeah.
avid soccer fan, up the Gunners. But yeah, I know Nico's cringing over there.
I'm a
But
Newcastle fan. It's fine.
yeah, nobody really cares about Newcastle.
That's fair.
Damn.
But this Super Bowl seemed to be, at least on one side, the battle of the unsung heroes. Mr. Juwan Jennings having a remarkably great game, 2 total touchdowns. And on the broadcast, if you were watching, they put up a stat that Juwan Jennings is the second player ever to have a passing and receiving touchdown in the Super Bowl. Only second to Mr. I can't say his nickname on air, Nick Foles.
Hey.
I mean, Philly represent right there, but honestly, what were your guys' thoughts about Juwan Jennings?
I was shocked. He wasn't my X Factor breakout pick, but even it wasn't even a thought in the back of my head. I thought it was going to be Debo, but he obviously loved his 30 catches for 8 yards. Didn't do much of anything. So I think they kind of came into this and they wanted to surprise Kansas City, and I think that's a way to do it.
Do you mean 3 catches for 33 yards? That was 3 rushes for 8 yards.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
really confused there for a
Oh,
second.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's why. No, you're good. Oh, yeah, yep, 3 for 33. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, rushing yards. Yeah, ignore that. No, but still, I think he led the game with 11 targets. So I don't know. I would think that's more of a good job by Kansas City in coverage.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this Chiefs defense, I mean, usually you don't look at the Chiefs and think about, oh, they have a great defense. Usually are centered around Mahomes. You think of Kelsey. You think of all the weapons that they have around. Not really any weapons anymore.
I mean, I think this year was the first time you could have said, okay, Patrick Mahomes and their defense. You don't have Tyreek anymore. You don't have, besides Kelsey, another one of those big names. Pacheco's been growing into that role at running back. He's been doing good. I think he'll be really good in future years for Kansas City. But, I mean, their defense, though, this year, it was really good, and Spagnuolo got rewarded 3 days after with that contract extension, which was, well-deserved.
Yeah, good for Spags right there. And, I mean, it makes your life a lot easier as a defensive coordinator when you have probably the best 1-2 punch at corner in the league. And looking back at Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed's seasons, those two were absolutely locked down.
Wasn't McDuffie All-Pro first?
McDuffie was an All-Pro, yes. He was first-team All-Pro.
Wow.
And when you think about it, the person that was getting the most coverage this year by the media was L'Jarius Sneed. And you would think that L'Jarius Sneed would be getting the first-team All-Pro. But major props to Trent McDuffie for doing that. He's a rookie, isn't he? Or his second year?
Second year, I believe.
Yeah. But again, there were some X factors. Obviously, ones to look at. Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey was definitely carrying most of the load for this Niners offense. He had 30 total touches for 160 total yards and a touchdown. What are your guys' thoughts about Christian McCaffrey's performance?
I think he played good. I mean, you can only do so much as a running back, and I think he stepped up and played when he needed to play. Yes, that fumble on that, I believe it was that first drive. It was costly, but I mean, it was in that Kansas City red zone, so it wasn't it could have been way worse. Trust me, you could fumble on your own side of the field, and that could ruin a whole momentum. But I think they really, after that, bounced back and didn't let it affect them too much because, they had that 10-3 lead at halftime. But obviously, any lead against Mahomes at halftime means nothing. I think I saw a stat. It was Mahomes has never led after halftime in a Super Bowl.
No. Actually, looking back on it, no, he has not.
So, but, I mean, going back to McCaffrey, though, I mean, he led the team in both receiving and rushing. What else do you want him to do? He can't really do much else. So I don't know, big props to McCaffrey. He's great. Yeah. He's an amazing talent.
Andrew, you've been kind of quiet. I want to hear some of your thoughts on this game.
I had known that I told you guys to your displeasure that the Chiefs were going to come back and win, and the first half was ugly. The first half was ugly for the Chiefs, but I don't know how to say it, but because I don't want to say that Brock Purdy's not the guy, but the league is so quarterback-centric that Mahomes bails them out every single time. Doesn't matter who is out there. They looked beatable at times. The supporting cast isn't the greatest, but Mahomes just makes plays. And, it took me a couple days after rereading the overtime rules to understand how that clock worked. I was so confused.
It was really confusing.
You mentioned overtime. Funny thing about it is I saw some interviews from after the game. San Francisco didn't know the overtime rules. What that shows me, though, is that you weren't prepared. Because I heard Kansas City, they were like, since the offseason, we've been learning that rule and making sure everybody knows that rule and have game plans for it. Kansas City was better prepared mentally than San Fran was, and I think overtime showed it because, you take the ball first, but now you want to give them the ball first because if that defense that has been really great all year gets that stop, you get the ball, and all you need is, I believe, a field goal to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, that really changes overtime, strategy-wise, overtime in the playoffs. That changes everything. And I think San Francisco didn't know that, and that potentially could have costed them a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were reports that came out that the San Fran players were learning the overtime rules on the Jumbotron.
Yep.
Learning the overtime rules at the same time as Ice Spice was kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie.
That is really crazy.
That's true.
I think I think it was in the post-game press conference. Shanahan went through his thought process of that overtime, and I'm pretty sure he said that he wanted to get the ball first because he knew Mahomes was going to score and hoped that Purdy would score, so then they would get the ball back with a chance to just kick the field goal and win the game. Which is, I think that's what he brought up. I'm not exactly sure, but it makes sense, but you have to rely on Brock Purdy scoring against a very, very good Chiefs defense.
Yeah, and an interesting point I wanted to bring up. Obviously all of us are very active on sports media as a whole, but I'm very into sports TikTok, and there is a certain creator that I really follow, and I really like his analysis. I don't know if you guys know Theo Ash. I really do like his in-depth analysis of some plays. He did a bit of a dive on the coaches in this game, and the difference and what set the two teams apart, Kyle Shanahan and his offense is very set. It's very regimented. They have pretty much gotten their offense down to a T. The thing that I think separates the Chiefs from the rest of them, and this is what he said, Andy Reid has Mahomes and Kelsey. He basically, to paraphrase it, I will just say it like this. He kind of just lets them do. He just kind of lets them just get anything done and just lets Mahomes kind of run the offense so he doesn't have to. So he will end up making the play calls, but he just lets Mahomes do it. He gives them creative freedom. And I think in the long run, one, that makes the players more comfortable out on the field, especially in a big game like the Super Bowl. And two, it kind of gives them that expression that they need, because a lot of the athletes nowadays are very expressive. And I think that Mahomes and Kelsey especially, if they didn't have Andy Reid as their coach, I think they would have a very different last few years. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there, see what you guys thought about that.
I think to a T, yes, because obviously Andy Reid has been around a very long time. He was in Philadelphia. We all saw what he did and leading those. He was the coach for the Eagles, I think 3 straight NFC championship appearances, something like that. So he's been around winning. He brings winning culture. He knows how to win, and he knows how to, I think, get along with his players, but also say, hey, we have a culture here. You need to still stick with it. And I think it's an even medium that he brings to Kansas City that just makes you think, God, I wish our favorite team had a guy like Andy Reid. I think so. Culture really matters, and I think Andy Reid brings that culture, and I think that's why Kansas City has been so good, and they know how to pair coaching staff. As Nagy came back this year, people didn't know how that was going to go. I think it went pretty damn well.
It definitely did.
I would think.
Ended in the ring.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's the end goal.
I mean, it usually ends in a ring, no matter who's at OC. I mean, now you're seeing it, especially with Bieniemy in Washington. It's looking a lot more like it's not as much the coordinator; it's more the player that's in the system. I think looking at player, especially Patrick Mahomes, some of these quarterbacks nowadays are the system. And I think Andy Reid definitely, like you said, being around a winning culture, has been around winning for a very long time at the head coach position. I really do think that if it was not ran by Andy Reid, it would be looking very different in the AFC. Because I think certain coaches, especially like Shanahan, they have their set style. They let the players go into that system, and they don't really have much wiggle room, which I think definitely does suit a player like Brock Purdy. Which, I mean, he does have the ability to extend plays. Obviously, he's a great quarterback. But in the end, he does kind of fit the mold of a, I guess, slight above average game manager. And I mean, I don't like throwing that word around because it has a negative connotation. But when you look at the team, all you really need is a game manager. And I really do think that's what sets apart the Chiefs and the Niners. I really do think no matter what you put around Mahomes, he's going to get stuff done. And I mean, looking at Patrick Mahomes in the box score, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. He also led the team in rushing, which is, I know RJ called it. RJ did call, or was it RJ or Andrew that said that Mahomes was going to have to run around the field all the time?
He wasn't there. That was me.
Yeah.
I mean, what I meant by that was not by what happened. I thought, I mean, and to an extent it was still true. San Francisco had Mahomes running, just in general, running, just trying to get out, extend plays. And he just found the holes and just kept going through and kept gaining like 10-yard runs. I'm like, wow, okay then.
Yeah.
I mean, you're averaging 7 yards a run. I think that just shows that he has that second ability to use his legs if he needs to. Also, something I do want to bring up, and this was a moment that went viral during the game, is obviously when Travis Kelce was up in Andy Reid's face, very heated about something. I mean, I think his first half he only had like a catch, or something like that. It was something low, and I think he was frustrated. Now, what the difference between a team like Baltimore, and obviously we saw Baltimore's emotions in that AFC Championship game. What sets Kansas City apart is they have the players, they have the staff to cool guys, like cool Travis down, for example, or if it was Mahomes, or anybody on that team, for example, just calm them down saying, hey, we're fine, look, we're going to get right back in it. And that's exactly what they did in that second half. And to me, that's coaching. That is what coaching does, because if you don't have a good coach, you can't do that. So that's also something to bring into that coaching.
It's all about having that mutual bond and that mutual trust in the locker room. That is how you win championships. I mean, obviously you have to have the talent, but obviously Reed has built a massive winning culture in Kansas City.
He's built a dynasty.
He has built a dynasty, and I hate it. I really do.
I think we all do here as AFC fans over here.
I mean, the Stars, they all take out their frustrations in different ways. Brady had throwing tablets and
That was a menace to Microsoft Surface for a while.
Dude, Bill Gates must have had so much beef with Brady.
I mean, you know, that player freedom for sure. I think another thing coaching-wise, Shanahan playing not to lose. Like, it's tough getting that lead, but then you play conservative and you play tight and you play scared, and then you're on the other side of the 8 ball. So I think, I mean, eventually, right, he'll have to flip a switch. You can't keep losing these Super Bowls eventually.
You have the talent on both sides of the ball. I think you got to wait, and you got to eventually come to a realization saying, what do we do? What more else can we bring from a player perspective before you start looking at coaches? And as, I don't know if we're going to talk, you want to talk about Wilkes now while we're on the topic of coaches?
Sorry, I had some lanes in my mouth. We can definitely talk about Wilkes right now. A lot of people have been saying that there needs to be some change with some of the different styles with coaching at the Niners. Obviously, they have been kind of the name of consistency with coaches recently. They've had a lot of luck with great players and just keeping it consistent year in, year out. I don't think Wilkes is the right fire.
He feels like a scapegoat.
It does feel like a scapegoat, yeah. It really does. I mean, obviously, I've been thinking for years that Shanahan is not the greatest head coach, especially for that Niners team. But you can't fire him after this year. You have to give it at least 2 more years after this.
And he reminds me, I said on the walk back from the Super Bowl, I said, he reminds me of basketball coach. He reminds me of Doc Rivers. He's the football
Yes,
Doc
he does.
Rivers.
Yeah. I mean, something I'm thinking of here, I at least would have given him another year. Like, they had new additions, like mainly, or their main new addition of Hargrave, and trying to implement him in that system, it's good. It's going to take more than, he was only there a year, right?
Yeah.
Was he?
He was on Carolina 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you see how that defense did. Their defense actually was pretty good, or at least a little bit good for what they were dealing with in that situation. But I don't know. I really think you can't fire Shanahan because who else are you going to get? I would call Shanahan
Vrabel
a good coach, but not a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, when you choke 3 times in the playoffs in pretty embarrassing fashion, you got to start realizing there's something deeper here than just bad luck all those years.
I don't know. I really do think, especially if he's still on the market at this point, I really do think that a Mike Vrabel hire would definitely get Christian McCaffrey to that S1 or that S+ level. He's been in the S tier for a long time now. But I really do think what Mike Vrabel did with Tashawn Spears is something that we could definitely...
Tajee Spears.
Tajee Spears.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep saying Tashawn. I think I have Tashawn Gibson on my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not like the what was the call? It was like, I don't know why I'm saying Kendall Jenner. I don't know why I have her on my mind right now. But yeah, I do think what Mike Vrabel did with Tajee Spears, you could definitely see that with Christian McCaffrey working out very well, but also with Elijah Mitchell. I really do think he's very good at unlocking that secondary back and getting their run game definitely good, because you've seen it with Henry. Ever since Vrabel came in, Henry has been going ballistic. And I mean, why think of anything else, especially if he'd come into a Christian McCaffrey?
That's true. I mean, it's something I think we're also forgetting to mention on how San Francisco runs their offense. They use Juszczyk a lot. They use the fullback position more than I think many teams. And only two I can really compare them to is Baltimore and Miami that use their fullback really that frequently. I think it's good. I think Juszczyk is really good, but you still need that second back. That if McCaffrey's having an iffy game, I mean, yeah, I guess you could call Juszczyk that second back, but you need like a developed second back. I think Mitchell could be it. It's just who's going to unlock that potential.
I think Vrabel would be the guy to do that. But who's their? I'm not going to lie. I forget who their OC is. Who is it?
Do they have an OC?
They should.
They should.
Let me double check.
It was McDaniel for a while, but now he's in Miami.
Yeah, it was Mike McDaniel.
If we're blaming coaches, special teams,
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that fumble killed them.
Yeah, the special teams was bad, but I also think the secondary of the Niners was not very good the entire postseason. I mean, really, it wasn't the best. Your best corner was Diamador Lenore. I mean, he's a solid player.
Wait, for the Niners?
Yeah.
Charvarius Ward.
Oh, yeah, Charvarius Ward.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, look who showed up.
Yeah. But definitely I would say it doesn't feel like it does, like John said, it does feel like a scapegoat. It really does. But I think before we head on to the next topic, I think George Kittle having 2 catches for 4 yards is absolutely devilish work. That man is a major part of your offense. I know he's a very big blocking tight end, but come on, man. Whoever the Niners OC is, I cannot.
I googled it. They have no OC right now.
They don't.
Doesn't look like it.
They don't have a DC. That they fired
They
Wilkes.
fired their DC thinking it's the problem.
Yeah, it's a scapegoat.
I was trying to look. Do they not have one?
I
Really?
don't think they have one.
Wow.
The only reason
I
they
don't
put
think so,
McDaniel
no.
there was so he wouldn't get poached as an OC after they lost to Floor a couple of years ago.
Oh, it's Clint Kubiak.
Well, he got poached.
That's
why.
the Saints.
New Orleans, yeah, he got poached. No, he was their pass game guy.
He was their assistant.
It says Chris Forster. Sorry, we are all. This is new information
Yeah,
to
this
all
is-
of us.
yeah.
I can't even lie. I don't remember.
It says Chris Forster on their website.
Yeah.
Huh.
So Chris Forster, better get a job application going, buddy.
Oh God.
That was a terrible call, Super Bowl.
Okay, on the coaching staff, it says run game coordinator / offensive line.
Chris Forster.
Yeah.
Because
They might not have one.
Yeah, it's just I don't even know.
I mean, it's Shanahan's system, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, or I think maybe it's just Shanahan. That might be what it is.
It could be.
I
yeah.
think it is. Now that it's brought up, I think it
even
is.
more of a reason for what I said.
Exactly.
They have a lot of Kubiaks on this coaching staff. Clay Kubiak and Clint Kubiak.
Clint just went to the Saints, I think, as their OC.
Nepotism.
how do you deal with the Ayuk thing?
That is it.
That is an interesting
we
dilemma.
do definitely have to talk about that before we head on to the next part of the episode. But I do wonder, because wasn't it his friend that posted?
It was his brother.
His brother
I thought
on his
girlfriend,
Instagram
too.
story saying we're getting up out of here. You can't have like 3 catches in the Super Bowl or something like
I mean,
that.
I
there
think
are
it was
a
his
lot
best
of-
friend.
Yeah, it was
I
his
swore
friend,
it is.
yeah.
It was best friend and brother, I guess. I
devilish
thought they
word.
called it both, but I wasn't sure exactly what they called it.
I mean, 3 catches. I mean, for 49 yards, that's not. He was second fiddle to McCaffrey. Like, I don't know what they're so bent over backwards about.
Yeah, I don't know. You kind of want to try and have a big performance out of him, like a legendary type performance, I guess, and it didn't happen.
There are a lot of targets in that offense
like,
to go around.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you can't. You got to look like within yourself at that point. You got to be like, okay, maybe I didn't have a legendary game. That's not on my OC. That's on me.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he was third in the team in targets receiving.
He was second in the team in yards. I mean,
I know, but like
it's just.
Debo was out.
I just think McCaffrey really had a carry job of
Of course,
game.
Ayuk also had that
Oh.
big catch against the Lions in the championship.
There is one thing we definitely forgot to talk about. Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
my-
a
Yeah.
massive blow to that
He
Niners
did an Aaron
defense.
Rodgers.
He did do an Aaron Rodgers.
by just running onto the field off the sideline.
Hashtag turf no more.
I mean, that's
Hashtag
Is
turf
it
no
is
more.
it turf there?
It was turf, yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're talking about. I think Goodell said it before the Super Bowl. You know how like the commissioner has the media during
Yeah.
Super Bowl week or whatever. He said, I don't think they're going to change it.
I think they're. Well, I know MetLife's changed because of the World Cup.
Well, that's
Yep,
different.
they better, yeah.
They have to. That's
have to.
that's World Cup rules.
I don't want to see my glorious king Lionel Messi die. Oh God! I will.
Take
I will
one
cry.
step on.
I will cry.
I would say the Greenlaw injury.
That was a massive.
It's
blow.
one of the most devastating injuries
Crazy
I've
blow.
seen. I mean,
And I mean, but sorry to cut you off. I
yeah.
saw a TikTok. Again, I'm like chronically online. But
He's a chronic TikToker.
yes, I am a chronic TikToker. But I saw Fred Warner was mic'd up. And Fred Warner, as you all may know, is his linebacker partner. And just hearing him just go, no!
yeah.
It was absolutely
Like he's
crushing.
Darth
Like,
Vader in Star Wars.
yeah, he just like, it's just you were supposed to take care of the system, not join them. It was one of those. It just felt it was absolute crushing blow. Especially, I think was the turning point in the game.
Oh yeah,
It
totally.
felt like it.
I mean,
either
if
that
there
or,
was-
or the punt. Or the punt muff is still
The
absolute
punt muff
killer.
was bad.
The punt was bad, but that's probably the worst injury circumstance I've ever seen. I mean, you're in a Super
Yeah.
Bowl, you're one of the best players on the team, and you tear your Achilles by
Running
walking
onto
onto
the
the field,
field.
running on the field. Yeah,
Yeah.
And with the Fred Warner thing, he was mic'd up, he screamed no, and then on the sideline he started praying for him.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it just goes to show how
and he's
tight
going to
knit
be out a
those
lot
guys
of
are.
next year
Yeah.
too. It's an Achilles that late in the year. It's not going to be back till probably
Yeah, like
November,
maybe-
December.
I don't. Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
he gets Aaron
Unless
Rodgers'
Unless
doctor.
he gets some of that witch doctor stuff that
Well,
Rodgers got.
Yeah,
Ayahuasca.
they might try that.
That's nuts.
They might try. Well, because Rodgers, I think, what he tried that first new surgery thing, and it.
Yeah, and
He
it
did some
worked.
experimental
It
stuff.
definitely worked.
So yeah, I think you could probably see him back. Like, I'm trying to think.
But yeah,
Depends on if obviously you don't rush him back.
He's a
in.
defender, not a quarterback. So
Obviously,
he
yeah.
has to run.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
The big thing about Rodgers didn't
And
have to run.
It just looked like he was one of the only people on that defense who was really bringing the heat. He was bringing the energy, and he just got caught up in it, and he stepped wrong, I guess.
Yeah, he's one of the leaders in that team's defense. Him and
Yeah.
Fred Warner.
Well, if not the.
Yeah.
It was him. It's him and Warner, in my opinion. But
I mean,
it's just
And they-
it's just absolutely crushed.
and
It's
they
a
were already
big
out.
morale.
They were already out to Funga anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's
he was
a-
hurt.
Oh yeah,
He's been hurt
Tonga.
for a little bit, but still, I mean, he was playing. I think near all pro level.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere like 2 years ago.
he did.
He
I thought it
is,
was
he is a
last year,
very
yeah.
good
What-
safety. But
Yeah.
I
Just,
have I have breaking news out of the NBA. I know it's off topic.
Ooh, okay.
Free agent forward Danilo Gallinari plans to sign with the Milwaukee Bucks.
league breaker.
League
That's
breaker
a
right
league
there.
breaker right there.
True league breaker right there.
It's-
This
it's
league
almost- it's
changes
almost
the
like-
Eastern Conference.
It's almost like Doc
PJ
Rivers.
Tucker,
It's it's almost like Doc Rivers is going to send him to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, God.
He's going to get Thanasis. He's going to get exiled.
What was the clip? The white flag is being waved. Nasus is checked into the game.
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, it's like
Dude, these announcers, man, it's crazy.
Dude, he got an 8-second violation in like the last minute of a game, I think yesterday.
All right.
Isn't that because he was demanding for the ball and then
Yeah.
they
Yep.
passed it back
Yeah.
and then he got caught? That's so funny. We'll talk. That's more.
That's more. That's
Next
more.
week.
That's more. In,
That's next week.
in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
We love
The
you,
weeks ahead
Nasus.
of
Till
us.
then,
Yes.
We will talk about that at the end.
you're
of
a
the
pro
episode.
Nasus
Yeah.
podcast.
We support you, Thanasis. We support you in your endeavors in trying to attempt to get onto an NBA court ever again.
bro, he'd be sitting here
But
next to us.
we need to get back on topic, get back onto the script that we have for you guys. Yes, I know. We'll talk about the NBA later. We have a little news coming to you guys. But let's get into a little bit of a season recap. We're not going to go too in depth. We're just going to talk about highs, lows, and one thing that I'd like to start out with you guys, what your overachievers and underachievers of this season. Who would like to go first?
I want to go first, real quick.
I'm going after you because I've got to go to one.
My overachiever, and I really think no. I mean, it was kind of
With Joe Flacco, yes.
Oh yeah,
that's a
The
whole different story.
circumstances,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the circumstance.
How many quarterbacks? 4?
Five.
5?
Oh,
Jeff
I mean,
Driscoll.
it should have been
one
4, but
quarterback, two.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3 quarterback, 4 quarterback.
5 quarterback. No, but my team's gonna be the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
They really impressed me towards the end of the year, and how Jordan Love is playing right now. Look out,
yeah.
Green Bay might just be back again. And they never,
again.
they didn't disappear too much.
They were gone for what, a year?
Maybe,
If
yeah.
that.
But still, oh my, that's my team. I really think Green Bay, I think something just fueled, and they don't really have many notably named weapons. Not much. Not too many. What? The remains of Aaron Jones and
God.
A.J. Dillon.
Oh,
And,
don't slander
Jaden Reed.
Don't slander Romeo Dobbs like that.
there's Dobbs. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
At receivers. I think Reed and Dobbs, were the two guys that really
Yeah.
stepped up on that receiving core and really
Wicks.
What about
Dontavious Wicks.
Yeah,
Oh, Dobbs.
yeah.
But very impressed by Green Bay, though. I think if you're a Packers fan, you have to be excited about your future.
Oh yeah.
I really think you need to. So I think good on Green Bay. I think they'll kind of just be competing with Detroit and Minnesota in the NFC North for a couple more years.
My overachiever, they really don't have a bright future, in my opinion. I'll go the Rams. 10-7.
That was mine.
I mean, I think the thing is, you don't know how many years you have left of Stafford and everyone, but you have McVay, and Puka. There's not much past that, but you made the playoffs.
Tyler Williams?
So
Does Cooper Cup not exist?
He was hurt for a while.
I mean, yeah.
It was.
you
Yeah.
just don't know
But-
how many more years of this you have.
That's
Because
fair.
it's
That's
like
fair.
it's the exact same thing that Harbaugh did at Michigan. I don't want to go through a rebuild. I mean, yeah, Harbaugh's never said he didn't want to go through a rebuild, but every rumor with McVay is he doesn't want to go through a rebuild, and he might retire. He might cash a huge deal with Amazon. So you never know when the ride's going to end with Los Angeles.
There's always Aaron Donald rumors at the end of every year. It
I'm
feels like.
shocked he hasn't retired. I think if you're Aaron Donald, you retire this offseason.
Yeah. He's got nothing left to prove.
You got your
Yeah.
coaching.
He's got his ring.
He's got his depoys. He's got his rings. He's got his
his ring.
He's going his
Ring.
first ballot.
Yeah.
ring. I'd say he's a pretty.
And you have your-
for sure first.
You
ballot.
have your coaching staff poached too. I think. What other chance of their? I mean, I don't really see a chance of running it back
Yeah.
to that old run of them being the Super Bowl champs, beating your Bengals.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. All
Hey,
right.
at least you guys made it there.
All right. Should I go? Are we just going overachievers first?
I have an
Yeah.
overachiever to hit you guys with.
I've got one that I think going a little into the season, they definitely thought that their season was over, and especially concerning drama with their star running back at the start of the year. I think the Colts were big overachievers.
I was going to take that one.
Especially with the absolutely crushing blow to their very talented young quarterback, Anthony Richardson, in his rookie year, and the contract dilemma with Jonathan Taylor at the start of the year. Everyone thought the Colts were going to suck, but they were, I think, one drive away from the playoffs this year.
One
with
drop
the
away.
Texans. One drop? Yeah. That's right. It was their third string running back.
Some drop, yeah.
Yeah, but I really do think that this is a great, and I mean, I've talked about him a lot. He is one of my favorite coaches that I've seen in a very long time. I love Shane Steichen. I think he did an absolutely incredible job with Hurts at the Eagles and a very good hire for the Colts after the Frank Reich era. And I really do think that the future of this Colts team is very bright. We could be seeing Andrew Luck-esque Colts coming back.
Absolutely. I think Anthony Richardson had that. I don't know. You could tell just off of his first couple games, he was putting up great numbers. He was leading his team very well. And for a quarterback that was thought of as a long-term developmental pick,
Yeah.
The guy who was bad in college.
Exactly. I mean, he overdid expectations by a mile until that injury, and I think that really derailed Indy. But they still played as a team, even being led by Minshew. He still played good. Obviously,
Yeah.
I think one of the top three premier backup quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah.
I think
I love Gardner
So that's a
Minshew.
great pick. I think Indy
Big-
obviously was up there on that list as well.
Big talk about coming straight out of the wazoo, out of nowhere, coming from wazoo. Gardner Minshew, baby. What a season from him. And I think two players that you need to highlight from this season is their backup running back, Zach Moss, who was absolutely carrying that team when Jonathan Taylor was out. I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Carrying
Thank you,
for
Zach
fantasy
Moss,
teams.
for a few wins. And a great rookie wide receiver, Josh Downs, who I think fell in the draft.
He
I
did.
Did fall.
What, out of North Carolina, right?
No, he
North
was one of the
Carolina.
Tennessee
No,
guys.
Tennessee?
Yeah, I swore he was.
I could have
It
sworn
was
it
him,
UNC.
Tillman, Hyatt. I thought.
Let me look it up.
I swore it was.
Could have sworn,
I could be
I could
wrong.
have sworn he went to UNC. Sorry, we are looking it up as of right now. He went to North Carolina.
Oh, he was. Oh, he was
Oh,
the UNC
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of. I was
Yeah.
thinking of Tillman and Hyatt.
He was with
thought-
he was with Sam Howell, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And we have Gabe on here now. He's coming from the Shadow
Speaking
Realm.
of Sam
Gabe
Howell.
is here.
I'm not coming from the shadow. I'm coming from the track.
Well,
So
yeah,
the
but
Shadow Realm.
don't call it a comeback. Many men.
The winds down there.
Stand
You guys,
upon me.
thank God you guys went down there. The winds blew me off my feet. Like I was like a tumbleweed.
Tumble Gabe.
But over to you, John. Who is your overachiever of the year?
I was gonna go Colts, but I think I'm being too positive now.
We
I
can't,
might-
let's just say the Texans are off limits.
Yeah,
because
Texans,
obviously
too
they're
obvious.
the number
Yeah.
one, like, that's
You've
kinda
heard enough
obvious.
about him.
Yeah,
I think you've been a bit too positive so far. I want to get some hating in here. I want to get some hating. I want to say,
you got to go overachiever.
overachiever.
Yeah, we're doing overachievers then under.
Oh,
I have a team on here that's
Overachiever.
not picked.
I've got-
If nobody's picked, I'm gonna say it.
I've got my-
I was
I've
gonna
got
say.
two- I've got
I'm
two
just
on
gonna
here.
say this is kind of a halfway. I'm just gonna say, I think Buffalo really had a good second half of the year. Well, taking
That is
into
very
account
true.
That is very
they
true.
lost to 2023 New England Patriots,
Yeah.
which is about the worst thing you can do. As they wanted like their 3 wins, I want to say.
Yeah, and
They
especially
beat them.
Even my team beat them.
Yeah, especially with the firing of Ken Dorsey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had
and the
4.
first game after and they looked bad. They lost that game against the Broncos on Monday night with the 12th man on the field for the field goal. They looked really bad. They looked like they're gonna miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then I think honestly, the Ken Dorsey firing kind of sparked them in a sense because the first game after he got Cam was against the Jets, and they look. I was watching that game, and they looked like an entirely. They steamrolled us like 20-point win. I mean, it's Jets, so it's kind of grain of salt there. But I think for a team that had a really bad first half of the year, they really did surprise me, and they were one wide right away from going back to championship.
Very true.
I-
Absolutely. There's a team that no one has said
I think
yet.
I know RJ's. Are you gonna say the Bears?
Are you gonna say the Browns?
No.
Are you
no,
saying
no.
the Browns?
Tampa Bay.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
'Cause,
I
I
completely
mean-
forgot.
With Canales and Baker Mayfield, I really was not expecting this team to win the NFC South. Yes, the
Yeah.
NFC South
I know.
might be a little bad.
I know I'm getting a lot of sour looks for that Bears take, but did you seriously see them going 7-10?
Not what I was talking about. I was talking
Okay.
about I love Baker Mayfield, but it's kind of the same with the AFC South. Is it really that impressive if the whole division sucks?
Did you
they
expect
beat the
Baker-
Eagles in the first
A
round.
division
That's
win is a
true.
division win.
That is the biggest thing. But I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, the division's awful.
A division win is a division win.
The
It
Falcons.
is. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I say
mean-
that non-biasedly as a Washington fan.
Yeah.
It's Dallas and Philly, and then there's just you in New York.
Let's toss it over to you, Gabe. Who's your overachiever?
I'm gonna have to go, and I know it sounds weird. I'm gonna have to go with the Jets.
Really?
It's a weird pick.
What?
And I'm gonna say
Really?
this. No. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. They lost Aaron Rodgers, and you saw what they were last year. They just traded away a whole bunch for Aaron Rodgers. They got a lot worse, and Zach Wilson's development had done nothing. He is like his development is moving as fast as a parked car. So I mean, they beat the Bills season opener. They beat the Eagles. And they have the worst passing offense. I've never seen a team have 6 passing touchdowns through like 10
Yeah.
games.
I mean, our offense was generationally bad. I felt like I was watching Iowa play football for a hot second.
This is a pro Iowa football.
This is just a
podcast
pro
here.
Iowa podcast,
He
but
said about 6 touchdowns in 10 games. I'm pretty sure Iowa did
that's
that.
Iowa numbers right there. Yeah, I mean, but we won a few games we probably should not have won just based off a really good defense. And Zach Wilson's not a very good. He's a very bad quarterback.
I mean, something I even
Yeah.
noticed. I went to the game where the Browns clinched the playoffs over the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Something I really noticed of that defense is good.
It's a good defense.
We got stopped a couple of drives, but your offense could just not do anything. And then
Yeah.
even sometimes like special teams, there was a blocked field goal that game. It just seemed like there was also a story time about this. There were 2 Jets fans sitting like a row or 2 behind us, and the whole game, and I'm serious, the whole game, they were just dogging on Thomas Morstead the whole
I love Thomas Morstead.
the whole game. I've
Yeah,
never
Braden Mann for 2 years.
I've never seen a punter get heckled for a whole football game.
That's crazy.
But because we were close enough, as you can just see him right there, like place holding ready. I just thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it, but still, I think this Jets team has potential, but will they capitalize?
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
we collapsed down the stretch. We did a pretty bad stretch run.
Yeah,
but
weren't you guys
to not,
3-3?
yeah, we had really bad. We won. I think 7 games.
7.
7 games.
Yeah, I'd say
We
that's
collapsed
overachieving.
down the steps, and considering we lost our star quarterback, we mortgaged our entire future on, did not get an actual backup quarterback until the last 2 weeks of the season.
Trevor
We started
Siemian.
Tim Boyle for 2 games, and we didn't completely collapse. I'll take it as better than I
been
thought.
worse.
Yeah.
It's been worse.
I sat through. That's for 2-14.
Hey, I've been through
Adam
all
Gase.
16. I don't want to hear a word from any
I've
of
been
you.
through 2. I've been to 2 and 14.
Me and Andrew have.
I've been in 2 of 14 twice.
Yeah. But before we go to underachievers, I'd like to point out a team that I think you guys kind of flew under the radar. The New Orleans Saints.
I think it was an underachiever.
I think they're an underachiever.
I think it was an underachiever. I think it was an underachiever.
I-
We're 9-8.
I don't understand
well,
the Derek
you
Carr
bring in
signing.
Derek
They
Carr.
have Dennis Allen as head coach. That's a handicap.
You bring in Derek Carr and a pretty
That's
big
like
deal.
the Raiders.
And you think you should be able. It's not a very good division. You
I
should
think-
be
I
able
think-
to take it.
I just think getting around the Kamara suspension and getting around Michael Thomas actually finally being kind of healthy, and I think I don't know. I didn't have very big expectations for him this year, and I think they exceeded.
I had him winning the division.
I mean, a lot of
I
people
had the
did.
Falcons winning the division.
People
I had the
really
Falcons
thought
winning the
that
division.
the Derek Carr signing was going to propel New Orleans to
I'm
win
one of
that
those
division.
people.
I was confused
Yeah.
on the Derek Carr signing.
I wouldn't say I was confused. I mean, I guess to me it made sense because if you're looking at an upgrade compared to what you had at the quarterback
like
position,
Actually,
Jameis.
yeah. Now looking at
I
it,
like
it's
Jameis.
kinda-
It
James.
feels like when you
No,
pay a quarterback that much and you're in a bad division.
now that I look at their games played, I do kind of think.
Yeah.
When you pay a
what you
QB that much and you're in a bad division, the expectation should be to win the division. Especially when you have a pretty good roster around that quarterback. And 9-8, I mean, they didn't have a losing record, but
And their defense isn't even that bad.
it's an NFC South, and they should have been able to take it, especially because the Bucks don't really move me that much as a team.
They beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
They have my heart.
that's
All right.
true.
Let's
Under-
get on to underachievers.
The underachiever, I mean, there's a blatantly obvious one to me, and I think you
I
can
think-
tell by where I'm
Yeah.
going with this. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God, I have never seen a team with a decent amount of talent just play so bad.
I thought
I
you were
think
going
it
a
was-
different direction with that.
No, because I mean, with me, it's just that defenses was not good.
Yeah, J.C. Jackson got traded halfway through.
I mean, yeah, because what's their new Raiders GM? Tom
Telesco.
Telesco. Yeah, he signs a guy. You think he's going to be an upgrade? I thought at the time it was going to be an upgrade. And
Andrew's
Someone
sleeping on the
slumped.
job.
Well, I'm looking at it here. I'm sorry to cut you off, RJ,
Yeah, you're
but
good.
their point differential only 52 or something, very close to that. For a team with that record, you would think it'd be like negative 100.
Well,
Yeah.
You're not even including the complete collapse.
No,
against-
that's where 40 of their negative 50-point differential
Yeah.
comes from. So it's not
that Thursday night game.
they weren't getting blown out. They were losing close games. So that coach coming in from coming from college, sadly, will probably fix a lot of things.
That coach coming from the north.
oh man,
I mean,
ugh.
I
It
was going to
the right,
go.
It was the right hire for him, but I still.
For underachievers, I have a bit of they're kind of not really a relevant team right now, but they kind of felt like they were kind of sneakily bad. Seattle was kind of bad this year.
That's a good
I-
point.
I like that take.
Like,
That's a good point.
we love Gino. We're a pro Gino podcast.
yeah.
We are.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
they really blew expectations out 2 years ago when they beat Denver in that week 1 game and Gino went off. And this year they didn't really do much. They kind of just sat around and didn't compete in the division. I know Gino was hurt for a while, but it felt like for a team they should have been building off that momentum from because they were a team once they traded Russ, everybody thought they were tanking,
Yeah.
they were out. No one bought into them, and they made the playoffs 2 years ago, and then they just didn't do much this year. It was kind of a step backward, it felt like. And now it feels like that Carroll's gone. It's going to be stepping into a new era of football, and they might draft a quarterback. Who knows?
I mean, I think you really need to consider. I don't think they do it this year, but I still think you at least consider what your options are in those kind of early-ish mid rounds. But shocking thing enough that was reported a couple hours ago, Geno Smith is still on the roster.
He is.
And he's going to be collecting his $12.7 million for that roster bonus.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, hey, fair props to Geno for getting his money.
Oh no!
But
you guys know what time it is in Seattle. It's Drew Lock season, baby.
Oh,
yeah.
I absolutely love Drew Lock.
We do. We love Drew Lock here.
Put on.
And I will say there is a quarterback in this draft who's going to be around their pick. It looks like who's a local guy and has a lot of
Penix.
talent.
I
Could
would,
be an
I-
interesting-
There's a lot of buzz that he's going to fall out of the first 2 rounds.
I feel like
if
I
I'm
feel
Seattle, I don't take a QB in the first round.
No.
Yeah,
no.
you still have holes in the
dumb.
roster.
You've got so many
You got to
holes.
fill the holes in the roster.
There's a
first.
player that I'm thinking of here from this draft class that I think with development and time could really be their potential future, and that's Jordan Travis. I
Yeah.
think if you put him in
That's
this
fair.
Seattle offense, fully healthy,
I mean, I want him in New York,
I
so
mean,
I.
we'll get into
yeah.
the point
Let,
that
let's be real. Spencer Rattler.
I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
we'll get-
he feels like a
Senior Bowl-
Seahawks quarterback.
Senior Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
we'll get into the point where Spencer Rattler is going to undoubtedly be picked higher than Jordan Travis because Travis is injured
Yeah.
and Spencer Rattler just
Yeah.
balled out.
Just the injury bug.
Yeah,
Do you have something to say first?
Was JSN a disappointing rookie?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I
don't
mean,
think
I
so.
don't
There's
think
so
so.
I
many
do think
weapons.
so.
There's
I
so
think
many
a little
weapons.
bit.
I think the reason they drafted
I
him
think
is
so.
to replace Lockett.
Yeah, in the long run.
He's a long-term pick.
I do think for the spot that they picked him at, definitely, I do think he was very disappointing for the spot that they picked him. But his role in the offense is just not as large as it was at Ohio State.
Yeah.
You can't expect that to transfer immediately.
I mean, the reality is Seattle, they've got DK, Tyler Lockett's still there. There's a lot of targets to go around that offense, and
Yeah,
I
they
feel
got
like
K-Walk out of the backfield.
yeah,
He's
K-Walk,
still-
Charbonnet.
He had his great moments though when he needed him. I'll say that.
like
he
game-winning
had a
drive,
couple,
right?
He doesn't
Yeah.
have the
He
volume
had a
to
game
be
winner.
who he was at
Yeah.
Ohio State.
and Noah Fant too.
Yeah.
You
No
got him,
offense
too.
there,
Well, he's
yeah.
a free agent.
Well, he's a free agent now.
Now.
Yeah.
Come to Washington.
No, come to Cincy, please. Please.
Did you know he had like 600 yards as last year at the Broncos? Like he had like
Yeah.
almost 700.
He was pretty good in the Broncos, I thought.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he
really
wasn't
good on the
bad,
Broncos. Going to more underachievers. I've got 2 that I think were very bad. One, especially considering they were the runaway favorites to win their division, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were a massive disappointment at the end of the season. Not saying it wasn't because of Lawrence's nagging right shoulder injury. I do think that
Or
played
what-
a massive part in it.
It was his ankle too.
Yeah.
I thought, right?
It was his ankle, but the main one was his
Yeah, it
shoulder.
was, yeah, mix
they,
of
they were
both.
adding Ridley after his suspension got
Yeah.
back.
Everyone thought they were going to
Didn't
be
really
the
do much.
surefire favorites. To
I
win
would
the
know I
South.
had him in fantasy, and he was not very good.
But I mean, looking at that division now, are the Jags
It's
still the
competitive.
favorite?
I mean,
No.
I don't think so.
No.
It's anyone's.
I've gotta go
except the
Houston.
Titans.
I'm going to go a bold take. I think they're third.
I think the Colts win the division next year.
The Titans are in prime tank bowl position.
Yeah,
they
the-
really are.
I'm going to be honest here. Is there a T-Law conversation to be had? Like,
No.
is he?
No,
is he
I still think he's the guy.
not who we thought he was coming out of Clemson in the
Well,
draft.
it's what you look at with Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow has had that nagging injury. He always has like a little knock, and it usually gets in the way of the offense's production. And I guess you're just seeing that with T-Law now, like 2 very highly touted prospects coming out of the draft. They're both insanely good quarterbacks, but you just look at it and you think of like both. You can kind of compare them in that sense to like. It's just the injuries that get to them sometimes, and that's the only thing that's halting that offense.
I don't think it's a T-Law conversation yet, but if they have a year like this last year, next year, there might be some question marks around him.
I think at that point though, it would be a Doug Peterson conversation.
It would be, yeah.
It needs to be. I
It,
mean,
it would be at that rate.
Sometimes Doug Peterson's decision making kind of mind boggles me.
Yeah, it is very questionable.
Yeah.
I mean, but also with the Joe Burrow Lawrence comparison, Burrow has taken his team to a Super Bowl.
That's very true. Has
Well, I
Lawrence
don't-
taken his team to the? Oh yeah, he did.
He
Yeah,
beat,
oh
he
my
beat the
God.
Chargers.
Yeah.
He beat
the
the
Chargers. People forget Lawrence had like what 3 interceptions in the first half.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bad game. in
Yeah.
the
We're down
first half.
27 at half.
Highest he's made it, I believe, is the divisional.
Yeah,
So,
and they should have won that game.
They probably
They should have won that divisional game against KC.
Yeah.
Hot
I
take.
don't know. You can write this year off for injuries in Jacksonville, for
Yeah.
T-Law's nagging
And
issue,
ETN.
and ETN being hurt, yeah.
He always has injury trouble though.
Yeah, he ever since his rookie year.
But I think next year is going to be a pretty crucial year. It feels like an inflection point for them. Are they going to course correct?
This is kind of the franchise's contract year. This is
Yeah.
their prove
Yeah.
year.
That's a good way to put it.
I
But-
think it's a pretty good year for the next year because Christian Kirk's contract is up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No more Ridley, right? He's a free agent, I think.
Yeah.
I think they re-signed him for 3
Did
years.
I thought they
he was a
re-signed
free
him,
agent.
yeah.
I thought they signed. They got the trade.
I think they
and
did
signed or
re-sign
whatever.
him. But onto another disappointing team that I think, especially considering what they did last season, they brought a little bit of a rift in the NFC, the New York Giants.
Ooh.
No, they were bad. You just didn't see him.
Oh wait, no, he's. Oh wait,
Really?
no, he
He's
is a free
I just looked it
agent.
up,
Oh,
yeah.
At least a free agent.
I know that.
He was
I
finishing
know that
up-
because of Sauce Gardner's
I
fitting
thi-
out. We should sign him in free agency.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. Yeah, he made 11. Yeah,
Don't say
11
T.
million.
Well, T. Higgins is rated the #1 free agent wide receiver right now.
Not surprised.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
obviously.
deservedly so.
I mean,
I
I
think-
am a big Pittman and Mike Evans guy, but yeah, I can see the age thing coming in the factor.
Oh yeah,
Well, I think if the Bengals do try to
they're gonna tag him, I think.
franchise tag
Such a
him,
waste.
That's such a dumb.
he's
tag.
not going to play under
he's
it.
gonna decline
No.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Did you
he
see what they
will.
did with Jesse Bates?
He wants wide receiver one
Let's
money.
not talk about Jesse Bates.
Why
Yep.
not? Why don't we want to talk about all pro safety Jesse Bates?
Do you want to talk about your Commanders?
I can.
Suck.
I can go right now.
Number
the
two-
new
number-
regime.
Okay, let's save that for later.
we got that
we
coming
will
up.
be getting
Josh
on to,
Harris is like Emperor Palpatine
Wow,
over
we
there.
are we are 51 minutes in. Jeez. Let's try and wrap it up. I'll just send it over to John and Gabe for their underachievers this year, and
Yeah.
then we'll head on to the main part, the coaching carousel.
Underachieving team this year. I've got to go Minnesota.
Yeah,
I know
Yeah.
Kirk got
That was
hurt,
going to be one of my picks.
but
That's a good
they.
one.
I mean, everybody knew their run in 2022 was kind of a fraudulent run, but
Yeah.
still. I mean, I wish Kirk did not get hurt because I feel like it would have been a different season because he was playing out of his mind those first couple weeks. But for a team that has a lot of talent and a good coach and made a playoff run last year with a high record, it was disappointing to see them fall so flat. And even once they got a good quarterback in Josh Dobbs, he kind of fell flat in his face, and they just kind of meandered around for a bit.
Yeah, that is very true. Let's send it. Gabe, who's your
I mean,
underachiever?
Undoubtedly, the most underachieving person of this year was Usher. But we're gonna move on to actual teams. I have to go with the Broncos. Their excuse. Their excuse.
Under?
Really?
Yes.
I would put them more close
I'd
to
say
over.
closer to over.
No,
I would,
yeah.
I would put him.
They were a
yeah.
huge underachiever to the point of because of what their excuses were. Their excuse was, "Oh, we have Nathaniel Hackett, yada yada yada." You trade away a first and a second round pick for Sean Payton, thinking that's going to fix your problems, and you lose to the guy you just fired.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Russell Wilson has gotten so bad that you cut him. I mean,
Jerry
Judy-
still doesn't make sense.
Jerry
Yeah, that-
Judy was a complete disappointment. Cortland Sutton looked amazing this year. That's a positive.
Russell Wilson was the only reason they were winning those games. Like, I mean,
Yeah, he had
was-
that nice
yeah.
5-6 game
Yeah,
stretch.
he had like a
Questionable
3-1
move.
touchdown interception ratio, which is like better than Josh Allen and Trevor
He,
Lawrence. I
he
mean,
crushed the Browns in Denver. I remember looking at that. I'm like, where was this?
and it was like, but you trade
And-
away all these picks for Sean Payton. Jerry Judy's not doing well. I mean, what is going on? And that defense kind of took a step back, honestly.
I would say that, yeah.
The big win of the year for that Broncos team was the Chiefs win.
Yeah.
That was
that was their Super Bowl.
24-9. That was a
Yep.
huge win.
That was their Super Bowl.
Yeah. And it was also the Raiders Super Bowl when they beat them.
yeah.
Yeah, the Russ cutting move still doesn't make that much sense to me.
well,
because
that's
it felt
not
like they were
official.
figuring
He's
it out.
still on the roster.
He is still on the roster,
is
yeah,
still
but
there
it kind of
now.
feels
They're
like
debating. I think you have three options. Obviously, it's you keep him on the roster. You actually build around him. His new contract is just about to kick in.
it hasn't kicked in yet. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's just about to. I think there's no way you can cut him because that dead cap, you're screwed.
yeah, he would be screwed.
You're going to have like 4 horrible years. You might as well just try to play with him or just trade him.
It felt like they were making strides towards figuring out that Peyton-Russ relationship at the end of the year, winning some games, looking more like what we thought they were going to be once they first got Russ.
Well, I think something that they should do, trade him to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think
That's
Pittsburgh
so.
for him. I think Pittsburgh for him is the right spot.
I think
That's
Justin's
Justin
going to
Fields'
Pittsburgh.
landing spot.
And I'm going to cry when that's dropped
That
because
sucks.
Ohio State players going to either Pittsburgh or Baltimore. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like so sad because I can't root for him anymore.
Before we move on, though,
But
Eddie Jackson to the Bengals would be the move.
That would be. I don't like.
I
the
think he's too
I don't-
old.
I think he is too old. I don't like the contract that he's coming off of. I feel like he's going to want a similar one, and as a Bengals fan, I would not.
I'm gonna say it.
I would not want to give up that contract. to
He
him.
feels like an Eagle.
He does feel like an. Yeah, I feel like he would be the Kevin Byard partner.
Yeah.
Is he? Is he a free agent?
Yes.
No, he's
He was
not.
on a
I don't
1 year,
think he
wasn't
He
he?
was on a 1 year.
Is he a
That's
free
why the
agent?
Titans traded him, because he was on the 1 year.
Yeah.
And they'd rather get something out of it, which
That-
was a 6th and a 7th, than they
I'd
would.
still picks. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can flip them. But, I mean, I think we should call it wraps there. End it off on the Broncos, who are going to be mile high in debt after this year.
Yeah.
Get your stuff together, buddy. Get your taxes in. It's almost April.
Hey, I
but-
mean, they're owned by the owners of Walmart.
yeah,
They
and
got
they
money.
are. Yeah,
It's a Walmart team.
maybe they should start
Yeah.
Walmart too. Yeah, it is a bunch. It is a bunch of
That's right.
Walmart former Broncos on that team. But let's head into the beef of this episode. We have got the coaching carousel, something we've been meaning to talk about for a couple episodes now.
We've been putting this off for a few weeks.
You're welcome
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
But we have been putting this off because we wanted to let all of the coaches settle into their new positions.
Even
and
some of the coordinators, too.
even the coordinators, yeah. We just got word today, I believe. Wasn't there something happened today?
Kubiak was, I think, today.
That
or
was
yesterday.
already
It was
announced.
Kubiak.
That was
Okay.
announced that they were finalizing stuff before the Super Bowl.
Oh, it might have been,
started.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be coaching changes if we didn't have our resident Commanders fan here. Gabe, take it away.
I'm trying to figure out, because we hired like 90% new staff, but Dan Quinn is now the coach. I'm kind of nervous and I'm kind of not, because for one reason, Dan Quinn has no control of the offense whatsoever. He only has control of head coaching jobs right now, and he's letting, like legit, he's letting Witt take over defense, and he's letting Kingsbury take over offense. So what is Dan Quinn doing? He is just managing. That's
Yeah.
literally
Oh.
what he's doing. Which
Getting paid to stand there.
I kind of like. I honestly
Yeah.
kind of like. Nothing against Dan Quinn. He's a great defensive coordinator. You can't tell me he's not.
Yeah, isn't that kind of what he did with his coordinators when he took the Falcons to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
similar
he
thing.
let Kyle Shanahan do his thing, and
Yeah.
I think actually no, I think he had defensive control at one point for the Falcons.
Yeah.
But I like Dan Quinn, what he's doing so far, hiring these coaches. He's got Cliff Kingsbury, and I know Cardinals fans are not too fond of Cliff, but he spent a year down in college, and he said he really reevaluated the way he wants to coach and how to coordinate. So that's why he was open to coordinated positions only and not head coaching position.
That just means Caleb Williams is a commander, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think we're going to get him.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to get a new defensive coordinator. God, I'm so excited to get a new defensive coordinator.
Jack Del Rio's Jack Del Rio,
Del
baby.
Rio.
Cover 3.
When that new NCAA comes out, I'm just going to yell at Connor, I'm running the Jack.
He's running the Jack on defense.
I mean, it felt like Ron Rivera was a dead man walking for a while.
Bro, he's
Yeah.
like,
There have been
Oh.
rumors for years.
dude, Ron Rivera, losing record all time as a coach.
The first thing that came to my mind when John said it, dead man walking. Ron Rivera had cancer. So at one point, he was a dead man walking. That's crazy.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. That didn't even cut my mind.
I mean, but
Wow.
Ron Rivera,
I couldn't hold that one.
Wow.
We're keeping that in. We're keeping that in. That is crucial.
Oh, my God.
We're keeping that in.
he has he has a losing record as a head coach and somehow has coach of the year. He took, Cam Newton took him to a Super Bowl. I mean, he was such a bad. And then he finally, what makes it even worse is he's like, I've been game managing for the last 3.5 years. These from now on, I actually get the coach. He proceeded to go 0-5 with a margin of negative 82. And his defensive scheming was putting Quan Martin 1-on-1 in the slot with Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
That was a
That didn't end very
70-yard. Spoiler alert. 2 70-yard touchdowns. He did it twice.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
Yeah, so nice he did it twice.
Didn't you guys also hire a Carroll? I think it was Pete
No,
Carroll.
we
something?
hired Anthony Lynn as our running back
I
coach.
think that's a great hire.
That is
the
a good
guy
I
who
like
made
that hire.
the guy who made Christian McCaffrey the 49ers. I like it. We have the Raiders defensive pass coordinator, which is okay. We have the Seahawks special teams guy.
Oh, that's who
Who's
it
been
was.
top Izzo? He's been top 10 special teams.
I think that's
every
who it
single
was.
year.
Yeah.
The only coaching hire I do not agree with is I think it's Bobby Johnson is his name. He is the O-line coach for the 2019 Bills. That 2019 Bills team.
Ooh.
And he just recently got fired for being the offensive line coach for the Giants.
Oh.
The past 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're in for whatever quarterback you end up drafting, because I feel like it's kind of obvious that you're going to draft a quarterback.
I mean,
I think they're in for. I think they're going to have a run for their money.
I've got a
this
sign
year.
here to tell us what quarterback Washington's going to draft. I know it's going to be a
Drake May.
quarterback. If Jaden Daniels runs a sub 4.4, which he probably will, honestly, he could maybe hit a 4.39 in full honesty if he runs his heart out.
Yeah.
We're picking Daniels.
It's gonna
If we pick
hurt.
up Trubisky in free agency, we're getting May.
I hope you know if you draft Jaden Daniels, it's going to be RG3 all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to die out there.
He is going to die out there.
See,
Yeah.
it feels to me like we've seen a lot of teams. I'm thinking the Jets mostly here try a rookie head coach, rookie quarterback combo. And it hasn't worked. Obviously, Houston's the exception to this, but
The
it felt
Ravens are the
like.
exception, too.
But it felt like.
Joe Flacco and Jim and...
Yeah, in more
Harbaugh.
recent years, we've been seeing rookie quarterbacks and rookie head coaches being paired together, and it hasn't really worked out that often, all that well. And I feel like the Commanders tried to get in the
I don't think he hears you.
tried to get in this.
Rex Ryan.
Come back, Rex Ryan. I miss you.
What? You miss him?
The only 2 good years of Jets football in my life had Rex Ryan at the coaching.
What
helm.
were those two?
Yeah.
What were those 2 years? 2011.
I was 4 and 5. But it felt like they got an established
like,
head
yeah.
coach and Dan Quinn, a guy who's been to Super Bowl before, who's had good teams in the past.
He has a ring. You know that, right?
As a
Dan
ring,
Quinn has a
yeah,
ring.
as the defensive coordinator.
For the Seattle Seahawks.
And getting some good stability in the
W.
organization for future. Whoever they draft is going to have a pretty stable environment to come into, especially after all the Dan Snyder stuff is kind of out of the way now.
Oh yeah, the new regime, bro. We're building a Death Star of coordinating and coaching, and then we just got Bob Johnson there, like that one idiot in the mix. That makes no sense. I saw it.
It's like the soldiers with the clown.
Yeah, I
and the
saw
lion,
it.
yeah.
There was
The
a thing-
3 dragons.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So it made no sense to me. We also signed there's David Blau as our assistant quarterback coach. Wow.
David Blau?
I think it's David Blau.
former Lions legend David
Yeah.
Blau.
He actually he has so much praise from Ben Johnson.
Fun fact: David Blau actually won a Thanksgiving game for the Lions.
I was just about to ask if
Yes.
he played on Thanksgiving.
yes, David Blau.
He,
Yeah.
he got his first career touchdown. Guess what he did with that game ball? He threw it into the crowd because he forgot it was his first career touchdown.
Bro.
That's my assistant
course.
quarterback coach.
Oh my gosh.
But he's supposed to be some type of quarterback genius. Like from multiple coaches.
Really?
Yeah, he's supposed to be like one of the smartest quarterbacks they've ever seen.
It didn't show. It really didn't
if
show.
you can't perform, you coach.
That's
why
very true.
That's
yeah.
why I coach track.
That is very true. All right, so let's kick it off. And Gabe obviously went on with the Commanders. He got their OC and DC coming in. Cliff Kingsbury coming in for Eric Bieniemy, and Joe Witt Jr. coming in for the all terrible Jack Del Rio.
And Ron Rivera.
And obviously Ron Rivera got the chop. Let's go on to some of the other head coaching shifts. Pete Carroll was told basically to leave, and then he said, I'm staying. It's just like I'm not the head coach anymore. I got an office job now. And it's like, yeah, you got fired, buddy.
You got fired, buddy.
For Mike McDonald of the Ravens. I mean, I think that's a pretty good hire.
It's a great hire
great
for
hire.
him. It fits Seattle. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
McDonald, and obviously you saw what his defense did in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I really think he could bring that to Seattle. And I think, obviously, we've all thought of Seattle obviously throughout our childhoods as a team with a great defense.
Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Yep, Legion of Boom.
I
think
will-
he could. I'm not going to say he's going to bring back that level. Of
No.
defense, But he's
I don't
still
think
going to
anyone
he's still
can.
going to bring a good defense to Seattle, and I think that's something they really need.
Definitely. Going on to some of the more irrelevant ones before, I won't even say irrelevant, but going on to some of the lesser important ones. You've got, obviously everyone knows that the Raiders, Josh McDaniels was fired midseason, and Antonio Pierce, they finally made the right decision in that
That was the
organization.
perfect
They
decision.
kept
3
Antonio
years.
Pierce. I mean, he had that locker room. He officially is now the head coach of the Raiders, and I don't know why I wanted to say Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we have the Titans. I'm going to cry saying this one. Mike Vrabel was fired for absolutely no reason, and they poached the Bengals offensive coordinator, Brian Callahan. I want to die. That's going to suck. But we did hire, I'll get into who we got for our new OC position.
Well, you know where Vrabel is now, or most likely going.
Retirement home?
Nebraska.
Really?
No.
Getting rid of Matt Rule?
He's friends with someone on the staff.
Matt Rule.
I think it might be. I don't know who it is, but someone on the staff he's friends with, and he might go down there to help coach.
He's going to be an NFL head coach
He'll
again.
be an NFL
He
head
should
coach.
be.
Short enough.
He should be.
I don't know about that because it seems like these old school coaches are phasing out. Carroll
He's
gone.
old school?
I don't think he's old school.
Yeah, he's very hands-on approach. You know,
I
don't
definitely
think he's
feel
old
like
school.
let me smack my players
I
around.
feel like he's old school.
That's
what he does.
insane. Yeah. He does kind of give the players a run for their money.
He's like that dad who likes to play wrestle with his kids. Like that's
yeah.
exact
He's like
coaching.
he's like you're going to go D1 one day. And just like hurts them.
manhandles them. Yeah,
It's like, bro, I'm Traylon Burks.
Let's be honest, that's probably what happened to Zay Flowers. But we have another kind of irrelevant one, but one that I am very sad about because was such a good OC for the Buccaneers this year, and he is getting thrown into a flaming pile of garbage in Carolina. Frank Reich was fired, and
for the second straight year.
for the second straight year, yes. Sometimes you got to look back at it and be like, it's definitely a problem with me and not the organization that I've been a part of. Dave Canales comes into the vacant head coach position in Carolina, and he is getting thrown to the wolves, and it really makes me sad.
I might have a hot take on this one. I think this is my favorite hire of the offseason so far.
Really?
This might be a hot take.
It's a
Because, first off, you invested a lot of picks in Bryce
That's-
Young
that's very
to draft
true.
Bryce Young.
I've got
And he was bad this year. He was
it
pretty
wasn't
bad
even
this
his
year.
fault though.
And you're getting a guy
I don't think it was his
kind of has a
fault, no.
reputation of fixing quarterbacks. He took Geno back to being good again. He took Baker Mayfield and beat the Eagles in the playoff game. And I feel like because with all those picks you gave up for Bryce Young, you have to get a guy who's going to come in and give you the best shot to make the most of that pick.
like a Steichen.
Yeah. And I think he's the right guy for that. And they're a bad roster right now, but you have to get a guy who can maximize your quarterback you spent a lot of picks on.
But there's a problem here, John, that you're not assessing, and as a Washington fan, I know it's all too well.
Oh.
The owner is an idiot.
David Tepper.
Yeah.
David Tepper, please sell it. Please sell the team.
He took
Nobody
over
likes you.
Snyder's spot.
No,
yeah,
Jim
as
Irsay.
the worst
Jim
owner in the
Irsay.
league.
I know.
Jim Irsay is just funny.
Jim Irsay,
Tepper's
yeah.
worse. I'd really say Tepper's
Jim
worse.
Irsay-
At least a good
okay.
owner, I feel like.
Yeah, I've got a similar take on a different team that John had. I think probably one of the better hires this year was Raheem Morris for the Falcons.
That's a great, yeah.
Yes, the
I think-
homecoming back
yeah,
again.
It is a homecoming. It gives me a lot of D'Amico Ryans vibes from this. I think he's going to have a very receptive welcome in Atlanta, and I really do think that he's going to come into this team and definitely bring a bit of a different culture that they're used to in this Atlanta Falcons team. Why is Andrew laughing so hard over
Their
there?
new culture is using their first round picks.
That's very true, yeah. That is very true. But I do think the new regime in Atlanta will, now that the bad man, Arthur Smith, is gone, they will... that makes me so happy.
As someone who
That
had
makes me so
Bijan
happy.
in 3 fantasy leagues last year, I am so glad Arthur Smith is gone.
Johnny
Oh,
Smith, you are
okay.
going to the Steel City.
We will, right now, I will say one of the coordinator switches. Nico had a very good point that I really wanted him to bring up on this, but he had to go, he said that going from Matt Canada to Arthur Smith is like going from diarrhea to constipation. It's like the lesser of two evils. But I really do think that this new regime coming into Atlanta is definitely going to unlock these hidden not even hidden. It's not hidden at all.
Unhidden talents.
The unhidden talents in Atlanta. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. I really W sketch. I really do think
Got
that
Jesse Bates there.
this new coaching staff, especially Raheem Morris coming over from LA, I really do think that one, this defense is going to get better, and two, I really do think the offensive weapons that have been hidden under Arthur Smith's wing because he sucks at coaching and he's mid
And he won't
he's
give
fat,
handshakes.
and I really do think that this is going to be a bit of a new renaissance for the Falcons. I do think they hopefully will be using their first round picks to their advantage this time.
That division is theirs. Like,
Yeah,
it's theirs to lose.
It's theirs to lose. I really do think that.
I mean, the Buccaneers are losing Mike Evans. Chris
Yeah.
Godwin's contract is up and coming. I know Baker Mayfield's. I don't know how Baker Mayfield stands right now.
You got to figure the QB out, though, most of all.
But yeah, it's their division. The Saints are in shambles.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina might never get over the
Dude.
hump. I mean,
David
Dude,
Tepper.
Dennis Allen, man. I honestly,
I'm shocked he's still there.
You know what? Yeah, I'm. There's two coaches that I think I'm shocked they're still there. I'm shocked Dennis Allen is still there. I'm shocked Saleh's still there,
Yeah. I
I'm shocked
mean,
Mike
and I know
Tomlin-
John feels the same way.
after a couple weeks ago, The Athletic put out an article basically going into like the Jet season and what went wrong. It was pretty much a solid hit piece. He lost the locker room pretty early on, it looks like, and I thought he was going to get fired. It looked like it for a while, but I think him and Aaron have a good relationship, and that's the key for the Jets right now because Aaron's GM.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows that. And I feel like firing him and trying to get someone new in there might be trying to do too much too fast. But I think, I don't know, like I could have seen us go either way. I really could have. But I think we have to have that continuity with the offense. Solomon and Rodgers have worked together for a year now. And he's a defensive wizard. He's a great defensive coach. And our good defense is largely because he takes guys like Bryce Huff, undrafted free agents, to get some 10 sacks a year.
Yeah, he made Jets C.J. Mosley look good. That's kind of hard to
that
do.
is kind of hard.
Pro Bowler.
Yeah, Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley.
Turn back the clock.
But on to the more, I guess you could say, higher profile hires this year. Bill Belichick, the end of an era in New England.
Thank God.
Was it 23 years?
And
he was
know
the
who
coach?
beat him in the last game?
23 or 24?
I think he came
We
in
did.
1999.
So 24.
Yeah.
Former, what was it, Browns coach, right?
Former Jets head coach, Bill
Former Jets,
Belichick.
yeah,
For
Browns.
one day.
Browns.
We had
Him and Saban.
Bill Belichick and Nick Saban on the same
Two
staff.
That's
former Jets coaches got fired. Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick.
Yeah, but it's the end of an era in New England, and honestly, he ended it in the worst way possible, and I could not be happier about that. Mac Jones, you suck, dude. Just retire. Go back to Bama where you belong.
I don't even think Bama would take him back.
No. Jalen Miller over him any day.
Also,
but
the choice to get Mayo does surprise me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't surprise me.
no,
They
it's
That's
love
been-
that man on the inside.
Yeah, that's been worked in for a couple years.
And
They kind
didn't
of
it-
had the plan.
didn't they bring in Dante Hightower as their linebacker
Yep,
coach?
they
Right?
did.
I like
Oh,
that.
I do like that too, keeping it homegrown. And I really do think that, especially, again, going back to the D'Amico hire, I do think that a lot of teams are trending towards that nowadays because they want to bring guys that know what that culture is about.
Yeah.
Again, I know I keep saying it, but D'Amico brought back the Houston Texans culture that he played under. And
I think also reword it as if they were a part of a horrible garbage culture, they know what that is and they know how to flip it
Yeah.
around
Yes.
to a good culture.
yes,
I
and
think that should be put that
especially
way.
people like Hightower and Mayo definitely know what a winning culture is because they were under the reign of Bill Belichick, and they definitely know what winning seasons look like, and that's exactly what they need.
Absolutely.
But
I'll say I think Belichick, the GM being gone, is big on Belichick, the coach being gone.
yeah,
Because he drafted terribly these past couple years.
Whoa. He drafted terribly in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
you can catch him drafting Lad McConkey 5 overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take Glad McConkey off my third overall pick on
Yeah.
my draft board now.
But onto, I think, what is going to be the most telling hire of all of these hires. Brandon Staley fired by the Chargers and bringing in Jim Harbaugh. This is going to be interesting. And I don't really think anybody knows how to feel about it yet.
I like it.
It's a good hire, especially coming off of a national championship winning season. Yeah, and I know that's in quotes. There should be an asterisk next to that. But he does know what it's like to be in big games. He was the coach for the Niners in the 2012 Super Bowl. That was the Blackout Bowl. And obviously he's been in the playoffs with Michigan, and he did just come off a national championship winning season, even if it was fraudulent. But I think this is definitely Jim Harbaugh's prove-it tenure. He has been a pretty storied head coach. Obviously, both of the Harbaugh brothers have been very storied head coaches in the NFL and in college. But I really do think this is the year, not necessarily the year, this is the tenure on a team that really shows whether it's him or the rosters they put around him.
Well, the reason you can see it as a kind of a prove it, you have Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Great young quarterback.
A perennial MVP candidate.
You're bringing in your DC and Jesse Minter onto your staff to fix the defense.
Yes.
How is that going to run? How is that going to work? Who are you going to bring in? I think I'm going to say this right now. Don't be shocked. I'm making sure this take is known on Thursday, February 15th. Bosa and Mack might both be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be shocked.
And I think that's the right move.
Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely
get some
those
cap
hits.
space.
Yeah.
wanted
And
Joey
instead of
Bosa.
on those two, build it around that whole defense.
I've got a bit of an interesting take for this Chargers offseason. Don't be surprised if with their first, second, or third, I'd honestly say first or second, draft a running back.
Wow.
Really?
Whoa. What happened with Eckler then?
Eckler's gone.
They would have
I
walked?
think, yeah.
He had a terrible year, and I don't think Spiller's good enough. And I really
liked him at Texas A&M too.
Spiller was good in college, but I just don't think he's that first string caliber NFL back.
I mean,
Who are you going to have him take?
Derrick
then?
Henry, they could pick up Derrick Henry
could-
because
you could see that.
You could.
Harbaugh loves his bruisers.
you could see them taking Jonathan Brooks.
He made Blake Corum.
Blake Corum reunion question mark?
No.
No.
Or I like this take better because I really wanted him to go to the Bengals this year, but I didn't realize he wasn't declaring until next year. I could see a Donovan Edwards reunion
So next year.
next year.
Next year.
I could see Donovan Edwards to the Chargers.
I mean, the blue pill to your red pill
If-
draft running back is Saquon.
No.
I would not.
Oh,
Saquon's
yeah,
such a
Saquon-
risk.
That
Saquon
hurts me to
said
look
he
at.
wouldn't deny it.
That
He
hurts me
wants to
look
win.
at.
He wants to win.
I know, but
does.
Saquon Barkley's going to be on IR for at least 5 weeks. That's a
come to the
guarantee.
Bengals.
It's a package deal.
Chargers make the playoffs next year. It
Oh, yeah.
hurts to say.
I'm on the Andrew
It
train.
hurts to say, but they're gonna do it.
I'm on the Andrew train.
Yeah. But what do we think they do with their first round pick? I think receiver.
I was gonna say receiver because
What?
Keenan Allen's
I think
getting
either
up there.
receiver or a linebacker.
I say there's no linebacker in the first round. Who?
Is there?
Eichenberg is the number 1 linebacker right now.
Hey,
Oh,
let's go.
that's,
we like
that's
that.
tragic.
The troll in me wants to say, "Oh, they trade Justin Herbert and draft JJ," but that's not happening. It will be funny though. He's had to deal with JJ.
Hey, JJ might go top 10 according to
JJ,
Harbaugh.
JJ is wherever
No.
Derrick Henry goes,
He's
JJ
not.
is going.
He's
There is
going-
no-
he's
an
going-
awful
There's no
quarterback.
way.
He's going
to a
late.
great
He's going
quarterback.
late first round.
Bro, JJ is the perfect complement to Derrick Henry. He's been handing the ball off to Blake Corum for the last 4 years.
Well,
you're
He's
calling
got
it-
the rhythm
At
now.
that point, just
Calling
bring
him-
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I was
back.
about to say.
It's a younger Ryan
Oh.
Tannehill.
Yeah.
You get more years
Yeah,
out
it's
of
like
him.
it's like Ryan Tannehill with a better looking girlfriend.
Exactly. That's better than Ryan
Yeah.
Tannehill.
Dad, that's not his girlfriend.
That is so funny.
You go from a frustrated dad to a frat boy. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. But that kind of concludes the head coaching. Obviously, we're going to get on to some of the coordinators, the major ones. But I think 2 big ones to go over. Actually, 3 big ones to go over. Both of the Lions coordinators were retained. And I think that is massive for that Lions team because all of them want to run it back.
got a few things to say about one of them.
He's probably got a lot to
Give
say
us
about
some
Ben
harsh words.
Johnson on the plane.
It's bad.
said nah on the play.
Some of the stuff because he already had. I think he had one interview with him already, and he wanted a bag because everyone else was getting a bag.
Yeah.
Everyone else got 6 years except Dan Quinn, which it blows my mind. I
It's
mean,
Washington.
do you know the last? No. I'm saying it blows my mind that these coaches are getting 6. Like the Harbaugh one, I understand.
Yeah.
But like, did you not see the Matt Rule thing go down? The John Gruden thing go down? You're stuck with that contract. I mean,
Yeah.
if it fails, it's gonna.
I think the Callahan one makes sense too.
It's just something. But there's problems with Johnson. What I saw in rumors, he had a bit of a I don't know how to put it. Let's just say complex.
Oh.
He was not a good fit. I think in hindsight, it probably was not going to be a good fit.
See, I think in my head canon, he just heard Eminem was going to diss him if he left and said, F this, I'm staying.
What he
very
said,
true.
what the rumor I heard was said is that he talked because we have Myers, we have Harris.
Yeah.
He's like, I just see a bunch of basketball guys who think they know football. That's what he said.
Huh.
And he was not going to be a part of that. But I feel like that makes no sense because there's multiple sports where like owners own multiple sports franchises. I mean, is there not? Like I'm like that's a normal thing. And to say something like that makes no sense because we brought in Myers to rebuild the culture of we wanted winners. And the guy who drafted and made a dynasty out of the Golden State Warriors, I mean, he was a GM. GMs do GM things, man.
Yeah.
If he knows enough about football, it doesn't matter if his past is basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, we can talk about multiple sports. But like, does that mean we know more about one sport? Yes, but we also know stuff about other sports. That's what kind of boggles my mind about him saying that.
Yeah. And I mean, just getting into, we pretty much went over all of these all the major coordinators except for, actually, I talked about Brian Callahan a bit going to the Titans, and Dan Pitchard, the former QB coach for the Bengals, getting promoted to the OC position. I think that's going to work out pretty well.
He made Jake Browning good.
He did make Jake Browning good, and
Very impressive in my book.
It's a great insanity run.
He took a very scramble-worthy Burrow and made him a pocket passer again. And I mean, I just have a lot of faith in him. But I think the two major ones to talk about are the Eagles coordinators.
Oh, Brian Johnson on the Commanders.
Big moves. Yes, Brian Johnson is on the Commanders as a
Offensive pass game coordinator.
Yeah, pass game coordinator, that's it. But Brian Johnson, obviously he had a pretty bad season with the Eagles. I don't even think he's as much to blame. But he is replaced by none other than Kellen Moore, which I think is very interesting. That's a bit of an interesting hire. But on to what I think is going to be the coordinator hire of the year for the Eagles. Sean Desai / Matt Patricia out as the coordinators. I don't even know who to say was the DC this year because it was half Desai, half Patricia, and they were both kind of bad. Desai was way better, but
Patricia was terrible.
Yeah, he was awful.
It was Big Dom.
Big Dom. But they bring in Vic Fangio, which I think will end up paying dividends for this Eagles defense because especially with them losing a lot of key guys, obviously Jalen Carter probably has CTE. We are looking at a very big shift coming in the secondary. Darius Slay is regressing. We've got James Bradbury sucks and has to get LASIK.
Kevin Byard is gone.
Kevin Byard's probably gone, yeah.
I mean, how many more players can Georgia give him? I mean, Jordan Davis' stamina is terrible.
Yeah.
He's a 2-down interior lineman.
Yep, and they gave they said Hassan Reddick has the green light to leave, even though he didn't want to leave.
He doesn't want to leave. He's probably going to leave now. Yeah,
I think he's probably going to leave now. But there's him, Brandon Graham,
Fletcher Cox. They're
all old. And I think the only player that I think you can really trust currently on this Eagles defense is Nakobe Dean.
Oh, no.
Which is bad. But I think, you know what, I'm going to say this, and I know Andrew's going to agree with me on this one. I think the biggest loss for this Eagles defense last year, TJ Edwards.
Wow.
I think he was the biggest loss for that team because he led the league in tackles.
He was balling.
And he went he went to the Bears now. And they gave him a bag, and honestly well deserved. He was probably the best defensive player on the Bears, other than Jalen Johnson.
Yeah. What was their? I thought they had the.
They have the
Montez
Bills guy.
Sweat. Montez
Sweat,
Sweat was
yeah.
a good pickup.
They have
too.
the Bills guy too, Tremaine Edmonds.
Yes, they do.
Well,
But
he was bad.
This
So.
Eagles defense has just been absolutely decimated. Oh, actually, they've got another Georgia player that they can look to, Keely Ringo.
Oh no!
Hey, big shout! But he actually wasn't bad last year. He filled in for Bradbury when he sucked and had temper tantrums. And I really do think that Vic Fangio is going to bring a very different look to this Eagles defense. Sean Desai obviously has been doing a pretty good job with the defense, but it's just going to make it a little less predictable for other teams. And I do think that Vic Fangio has a very different style than a lot of these different DCs that we see today. And it's definitely going to be really interesting. And I think the only other really noteworthy one, there's two other noteworthy ones in my opinion. Joe Barry getting fired. That is massive
That's
for
huge.
the Packers because he sucked.
That
He was
defense is not even bad too. That defense
that
is
defense is
Panthers
good.
dropped 30 on them.
Yeah.
You have the biggest Packer fan in you, Alexander.
Yeah, and bringing in former Boston College head coach Jeff Hafley, which is going to be a bit of an experiment. I know Andrew's getting a little heated over there. You gave a little weird look.
No, I mean it's very interesting seeing
Yeah.
the college to just leaving your team like that.
Yeah. But I really do think that the only other really noteworthy one, in my opinion, which is going to be very interesting, especially about what JSN said about him. Bears offensive coordinator Luke Getsy is out, and Shane Waldron is in. And I know JSN on a podcast had something to say about that, and that's been going kind of viral recently. And it's just like, oh, yeah, good luck. And it's like, next question. And I don't know. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that podcast clip?
Enjoy Caleb.
Yeah.
I've been watching the Micah Parsons one.
Yeah, the Micah Parsons one is the CJ Stroud episode is really good.
Yeah. I dropped 40 on Hami. Who wasn't even guarding him.
Yeah. And I mean, you've got other ones like Bill O'Brien out as the Patriots OC. He was going to be the Ohio State OC, and then Boston College swooped in and was like, nope. And Alex Van Pelt is their new OC, which I think, both of the coordinators changing for the Patriots. It's going to be really interesting to see what this team does.
It needed to happen, though.
It did need to happen.
I mean, with Van Pelt, I think what he did with Baker for a couple years, I think really wasn't the worst. And then obviously with the Deshaun tenure, I mean, when he was playing good. Like this past season before he got injured and his injury started to give up to him, he was playing pretty good. I really think, though, for the Patriots, if you get like a guy, I mean, say Gabe's Commanders take Jaden Daniels. Let me think. Yeah, say like Drake May. We'll put Drake May in the system. He could do some work with him. I really think Drake May could be really good under Van Pelt. I really have nothing against Van Pelt. Really,
Yeah.
I think it's a good hire for him.
Yeah, I do think he will end up being a good OC for this Patriots team. But that about does it for the coaching carousel. And we have what?
You're missing one.
We're missing one?
It's from my team. We got a new
Where
OC.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
That's right. Oh, good luck.
And
Good luck with
gonna
never.
be-
I'm fine
gonna
with
be
that.
interesting.
Is he
I
gonna
think
use
it's a
Nick
good
Chubb?
hire. Yes, he will use Nick Chubb. Something I
Sure
want
about
to.
that.
Something
you guys,
I want to.
you guys will riot if they don't use Nick Chubb.
He's coming back. End of story. Next question.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, when he first got fired in Buffalo, I think he was a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
yeah,
said,
no, he was.
He
I
was.
told people around me, I said, I want Dorsey next year.
He was a bit of a hothead, though. So I feel like it's kind
all
of.
know the clip.
I feel like I feel like what Gabe said about Ben Johnson, that could be a potential issue, but I mean, it just kind of shows that he has passion for his team.
I mean, he is a former Cleveland Brown. He's been with our organization before.
So, yeah, that's a good
So
hire.
coming back, kind of with one of the homegrown, I really think though he liked this job. He wanted to be here. He was excited to be with Deshaun Watson, and he sees the potential that this team could have. And I really think under Dorsey's philosophy, and he's not playing with a quarterback like Allen that'll just try and be hero ball
Yeah, a little
24/7.
gunslinger.
I really think using his system, I think we could see a well-developed Cleveland Browns offense, and I think that's something I think me and Andrew, I think, are really excited about. So I really think it was a great hire. I think it was either him or Kellen Moore, and then obviously Moore went to the Eagles. That's when I kind of knew it was only Dorsey. So it was a good hire. And then we also hired a new offensive line coach, former Seattle.
Yeah.
From Seattle. So I think we did pretty good. And then also Deuce Staley. John, I know you're mad about that one. It was either the Browns or the Jets, and we got him. I mean, he's really good with reputation with running backs.
Yeah, we didn't do much on our staff, so
We did good.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of want to keep the staff.
Yeah. All right, let's get a little past our main part of the segment with the coaches. We're just any NFL news. We saw a tweet from our recently talked about man of the hour, Antonio Brown, saying, "Kadarius Toney, happy CTE day,
Oh, my God.
happy Valentine's Day, hashtag CTE."
I'll drop anything for you.
I'll drop anything for you.
And I love the Mike Tomlin one.
Oh, the Tomlin
there were
one's
a few
great.
I put up for Antonio Brown for 9 years, so I can put up with you.
Charlie, we talked about Geno and his roster bonus. We
Yeah.
talked about Wilkes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's not necessarily too much. I think obviously with the combine coming up, and then soon after that, free agency. I really think some of these teams that know they need to upgrade, like I'm going to say for like example, Chicago with their cap space, and Commanders, you as well, Gabe.
Oh, I got some news for you guys from earlier. Per Marino, Amon St. Brown and the Lions talking about a big extension right now.
I mean, we kind of saw that coming.
got
but
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes
It's
sense,
good for them,
but it's
though.
really
It
good
is
for them.
really
to keep
good.
It's good to
the
know
core
that they're
intact.
locking.
He
it's-
can remember
Yeah.
the contract numbers of all the receivers now that are higher than him.
Over me? He's got like a Jimmy
Bye,
Butler vibe
Cyrus
there.
over
I mean,
me?
he's like, why do they pick over me? I'm like, man, did you not look at your combine?
At some point, he's just going to be like, Justin Jefferson over me.
It's a spectrum, right? On the good end is Jimmy Butler. On the bad end is Josh Rosen.
Oh no. But yeah, I think the only other news around the NFL would be what happened in KC about the parade.
Oh, God.
That's our hearts go out to all the people who were affected in the Kansas City shooting. It seems like just why would you do something like that?
I think really now what it comes down to is our legislator. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why
Get on
is this
top of that.
Why is this still happening where people can't go to big events or even schools
Yeah.
and not have to worry about it? Why can we not just be better?
I wish I had to worry about that as a Philly sports fan. But it's just
be
like,
better.
You just have to be better. It's just there's no room for this, especially as sports fans. We all need to just come together and celebrate for the team that has won and just move on with our lives. There's nothing is that important.
Yep, I heard it was it was supposedly over some dispute, but what dispute?
What
needs
what
that
requires
resolution?
that? Yeah.
I think it needs to be on everybody's part. Do better,
Yeah.
especially with our legislatures right now trying to pass gun laws. Be better.
Yeah.
And I think end of story. But still, condolences go out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to end.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how that, like, I know how it happens, but, like, why?
Yeah. It just makes
Like, I don't
no
want to
sense.
get, I don't want to get into it, but just like,
Just
it's
why?
rhetorical, but, like, why?
Yeah.
Just why?
I think need to be better. End of story.
Yeah.
So condolences again going out to everybody
Mm-hmm.
in the Kansas City area.
Yeah. And let's make it a little happier on this note. We have gotten the official teaser trailer for EA Sports College Football.
Yeah.
Finally.
My life is finally complete.
South Alabama's going to the
It
chip.
has been
Vandy,
it's
get
what
ready to
11
look
years
again.
in the making?
Yeah.
It's 11 years in the
Well,
making.
not in the making, but, like,
11 years since the last one.
Because they made 14 and 13. It's
I
a
think-
long time coming.
Looking at some of the trailer and like you see just some of what they're cooking up, it looks good.
It does
it
look
looks
good.
really good.
I think it's
It does
because
look
it's a
good.
completely different team from who does Madden. So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with it. I really think though,
Thankfully.
is it going to be different graphics? Is it under
I
still that
hope.
Frostbite engine?
I think it is still under
Yeah,
frostbite.
they use the same thing. It's just it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a lot of work because
Oh,
they got so many teams, so
Definitely.
many things.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a specific school crowd noise, chants.
Unis, I mean,
That's so cool.
I think they had
and insurance.
what
I
was
think
the
they're
date
trying
on
to,
the
it's like
Yeah.
Virginia Tech Sadman. I think they're trying to do that.
That'll be awesome if that does end up happening.
That'll be great.
It gives each school its own unique. And then even for us here in Morgantown, the Let's Go and then Mountaineers in the stadium.
The
That'd
Sweet
be- that'd
Carol.
be
I would
awesome.
kill
Oh,
for
that'd
Sweet
be
Carol.
awesome.
Sweet Caroline. Oh man.
I mean,
Hey.
if 2K can make you chant Keegan Murray, you can put Sweet Caroline on there. Come on.
Yeah, you can. It's the bare minimum. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This summer, if I'm just gonna be working and playing college football, that might just be my life.
Yep.
I think that's
I'd
gonna be
fine with
most
that.
people's lives.
Yep,
Yeah,
have a full-time job and play.
I don't think so.
EA
Yeah.
college football 25.
that's the life. It's 25.
That's what it's
yeah.
called. Yeah.
I think I might be working for the Blackberries this summer. So.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah, make sure if you are in the Morgantown area to tune in to what is coming up for the baseball team. We are looking to make it big this year, and especially with the up and coming number 1 ranked prospect in the 2024 draft class.
Future Guardian.
Okay,
Please.
let's not talk about that.
Please.
JJ Weatherholt,
That's Jesus Weatherholt for you.
Jesus Shuttlesworth,
Both
JJ
J stand
Weatherholt.
for Jesus.
I don't think. Yeah, it's double Jesus.
It'll be special watching them this year.
Jesus. It's Jesus.
It'll
Weatherholt.
be fun.
Yeah.
Real quick though, obviously we brought up about it with Brian going to Boston College, but how about Ohio State getting Chip Kelly? Andrew, I want to hear about this, Andrew. I'm curious.
That's-
What are you thinking?
It was funny hearing a Michigan friend of mine laughing about Bill O'Brien leaving, and then Chip Kelly comes in and still a little bit more laughing, but it's like, no, Chip Kelly's not that bad of a coach. He's a good coach. He's an upgrade over O'Brien. What are we doing
He
here?
is an upgrade over O'Brien, but like,
Yeah, I think it was a good
is
hire.
it the best you could have done?
Who else are you going to get this late in the cycle?
I don't know. That seems like a you guys problem.
I mean, I was maybe thinking like Vrabel, but like no, it's such a
Nick
proven.
Saban.
It's such a prove
You
it
guys
year.
shouldn't have took so long.
Yeah.
It was such a prove it year. I think you kind of have to.
It's all in. It's
Yeah,
all in.
it's
I
the
would
all-in
say
year.
you guys have a bright future with your prospects.
Oh, it's gonna be.
With your athletes, I would say.
Yeah.
If they don't transfer, like Quinn Ewers
Don't
or
remind me.
anyone else who doesn't get playing time at Ohio
Yeah.
State.
It's win a
Yeah.
natty or get out, Ryan Day.
I mean, would you guys be mad if he was out?
All right, here's a hypothetical question for you, Andrew, since you're so gung-ho. If you make it to a national championship and lose, do you fire him?
Depends. I need the context around the losing. That's
You guys
the big
lose
thing.
to
Say you have an undefeated season and you lose in the Natty.
But like, is the other?
Yes,
is Ohio
let's
State
say
expected
Georgia?
to win?
Let's say Texas. You
Let's
first the Texas
say
team.
let's say yes. Let's
Texas-
say they're
Texas is
let's
a
say
good
they're
game.
favored by 3.5.
Knowing the way Ryan Day has lost those games, yes, I
You'd want him out.
It's another
But
10
then,
or
but
3.
then again, I've been an anti-Ryan Day guy.
Interesting point. Interesting that you say that because with that same circumstance, I think you can look at that same circumstance with the same as Shanahan.
Yeah.
I think you look at that the
can.
same way. You get to that point and you get to a certain threshold in the season and you can't get it done for so many years in a row. You have to look at different options.
I think Day's giving up his play calling duties this year, though. I
Yeah.
think that's what's very
That's
different
big.
about it now. You can't really put as much blame now on Day, but I think how he recruits, and I really think with our defensive coaching staff and obviously Brian Hartline getting Jeremiah Smith, number 1 receiver. Obviously, I'm excited to see him play. I think he'll be really good. I just think though, I think Chip Kelly was the right hire in
Yeah.
the situation that if he was available, like he chose to leave. He chose to leave UCLA, which I
Yeah.
thought was very interesting.
That is a bit of an interesting call.
And even fun fact, I believe Ryan Day was a player under Chip Kelly when he coached.
Didn't Dante Moore transfer? Was
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I
beca-
think
was
so.
it because of Kelly? Was it because
I
of
think
Kelly leaving?
Oregon, right?
Or did he do it
Playing
before?
time, I thought.
Yeah,
Playing
it was
time?
Playing time,
playing
yeah.
time.
Oh, that's right. He's going to get less playing time in
I've
Oregon.
been seeing a lot of college head coaches
That's a
get
big-
up and leave.
Yeah.
Halfley, Chip Kelly.
Yeah. Will we see the first double transfer ever in the same season? Will he go to Oregon and be like, nope, I'm going to get overshadowed?
I don't know
Isn't it,
why he went there. Dylan Gabriel's
It's
there now.
Gabe's boy. Yeah, it's
Yep.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
That is my guy. It's
Yeah.
not just because we share a name.
Yeah.
It's because anyone who beats Texas is I got my hook.
Yes.
Fair enough.
All right. We should probably end it off there. But before we end it off, since the football season is coming to an end, we are going to be mixing in a couple of different sport episodes. We are going to be branching out a little bit from football, and we are going to be starting to talk about the NBA. And I really think it's going to be a little interesting because obviously we're going to go to football
For drafts and free
around the
agency.
combine, around the
Yeah.
draft. We're obviously going to come in for episodes for that.
March Madness special.
Yes, but we are
Yes.
going to be having a March Madness special. But as for now, look out for the future. We've got a lot of fun episodes planned for you guys. Sorry about getting them out. Hopefully they will be out by the time you guys are hearing this. It will be out by the time you guys are hearing
Fingers
this.
crossed.
I didn't want to say that. I knew it sounded wrong the second I was saying it. But thank you guys for being so patient with us. Thank you guys for tuning in as always. And thank you for listening to episode 15 of Stirring the Pot. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out.